Babbage with it. And Babbage gets by Galley, moves for shot and scores! Not a power play goal, but Hartford leads in the first minute of play, 3-2.
Most of the experts picked them in 5, 6 most. The Bruins, that is. But the club from down the road's giving the favored Bostonians all they can handle. Whalers have a 2-1 lead in this Adams Division semifinal, and a win in tonight's Game 4 would be almost insurmountable. What's more, the Whalers had a huge advantage in Game 3 and have that same luxury tonight. Ray Bourque was unable to play in Game 3 due to a hip injury, and the Hart and Norris Trophy candidate will unfortunately watch again tonight from the sidelines. It was painfully obvious the Bruins missed 77 2 nights ago. He's not going tonight. The Bruins had better be prepared to win without him, otherwise a long trip home from Connecticut, painfully closer to a date with a golf course. From Hartford, Game 4 of the Adams Division semis, the Bruins and the Whalers on NESN. Hello again, everybody. I'm Tom Larson, and what this is a very important hockey game for the Bruins. Not absolutely necessary that they win it, but things are a heck of a lot different at 2-2 coming back to the Garden than at 1-3 and coming back. I guess you could describe it this way. If the Bruins win tonight, it's like in hospital parlance being in good condition. Lose, and it's more like critical. You're still hanging around, but nobody's at all sure if you're going to make it. Game 4, Boston and Hartford, is next on NESN.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was Teresa Harmon with the national anthem. Referee tonight, Kerry Frazier is going to get that duty. His linesmen are going to be Shane Heyer and Swede Knox. Reggie Lemelin getting the nod and goal for the Boston Bruins. Veteran, experience. Count on him to take the pressure and handle it well. Peter Sidorkiewicz, the one question mark the Whalers had was their goaltending since they traded away Mike Liut. But around Hartford, they're saying Mike Liut who? Peter Sidorkiewicz doing very, very well in the nets. The Bruins must find a way to get him, rattle him somehow. Hitting him when he comes out of the crease isn't a bad way to do it. Fred?
And for the first time that I can remember, Tony Harrington did not sing the national anthem. It was Lisa Harmon. And you don't change that ritual. Remember Kate Smith?
Yes.
In Philadelphia, of course. Lyndon Byers on the ice, clearing it over the line. It is blocked by Jennings. He's on defense with Shaw. Rolls to Galley. Driven in now by Poulin. Poulin, Burridge left and Byers right. Bruins moving the puck in deep. Shaw looking for an opening. Can't clear it out. Kept in by Poulin on the boards. Now it's cleared away. Galley looking for Byers. Byers a hard hit on Anderson as Anderson cleared it in. Bruins, the puck hit Frazier, prevented a real sharp opportunity for Boston. Sidorkiewicz comes well out of his net to knock it away from Neely, but Janney steals. Wesley now to Weimer. And the Bruins' Hoggood is back. He's at left wing with Janney and Neely on the right wing. Samuelson going to clear it in. Evison, a hard hit. He knocked down Janney with a really solid hit. Tippett drives it in the Boston corner. Lemlin trying to clear it out, and Evison is right there to put it on, and a deflected shot in. Hartford scores in the weirdest shot you want to see, as Everson was putting it in front, and it deflected off a stick and in the net. 1-0 Hartford.
Well, Reggie Lemelin came out of the net, was going to clear it, dumped it in the corner. This shot hits a foot right there, an arm off of Weima's arm right through Reggie's legs. Unfortunate break. Right here, it's going to be just a clearing. It's a desperation clear. Nothing a goaltender can do about that. He was expecting the play to get across the tip it, never got there.
Well, Emerson threw a hard hit on Gianni and then paid off with a goal. And 1-0 Hartford, unassisted. And first shot by Hartford in the net. And Carter trying to come out. The first goal so important. Carpenter now moving over the line, trying to cut in. He's stopped by Ladouceur. Shaw stopped by Bob Sweeney. Shot goes wide. Shaw able to get possession. Clear it around the boards. Galley trying to keep it in as the Bruins have to gamble. It is 1-0 for Hartford. Dean Everson unassisted on a casual shot from the right boards. And the Bruins can, of course, ill afford that with a 1-0 lead for Hartford right off the bat. Spears over the line for Christian, and the play called offside. Hartford 1, Boston 0 at the Hartford Civic Center.
Well, the keys to this hockey game are going to be, got to win the one-on-one battles, intestinal fortitude. Anyone else plays this game, that's just pure and simple guts and hard work. Do the things that got them here in first place. The Bruins have got to be a little bit more relaxed, skate hard, back check, and they got to, all the little things that happen are also face-offs, and that's a big part of this game.
Beers with it, clearing it in, but Hartford able to cover. Babbage winding up and fires it right out. That's the style they will play with the 1-0 lead. Peterson forced to just clear it with the pressure by Hartford. Samuelson now gives it to Tomlak. For Hull, his shot is wide. Not a bad scoring bid. Puck kept in by Corriveau in front. Tomlak had Lemlin dead to rights, and the shot was blocked. Puck kept in back for Samuelson. Pass up blocked. Bounces for Babbage. Hartford putting the pressure on. Bruins trying to come out. Run into Frazier again. Powell has lost his helmet. Clears it in deep. Beers there. And knocked down on the play. Corriveau. Puck kept in by Babbage. Corriveau bounces and deflects outside the Boston line.
Randy Burridge stole that puck in front of the net. What a tremendous defensive play. We talked about getting down low. Somebody in front of the net helping out that defense. Excellent example of it right there.
And that was Tomlak all alone in front. Bruins without their first shot yet. Gould takes a hit from Samuelson, rolls it in deep. Anderson trying to move it out. Bruins, Wesley keeps it in. Down goes Frazier again. Boy, he's more involved in the first couple of minutes of this game than some of the players. He's been right in where the puck is. Babbage broken up. Chance for Boston. Byers for Duras. And he is checked. Byers, a pass in, deflects wide. Going for it. Gould behind the net. Samuelson there. Gets it for Tomlak. And he drops it out. Hartford wants a line change. 4 minutes played. Bruins without a shot on. Hartford has 2 and 1 scored. A deflected shot by Everson. Wesley clears in. Jennings with it. Bruins have to create some offense. They're trying to do it. The defenseman pinching in, but there's a clear out by Jennings. Weimer trying to connect with somebody. Could be icing. No, they wave it off. Sidorkovic dropping it off. In deep goes Jennings. And he clears it out. No icing. Back goes Don Sweeney. Tip it right after him. And winding up is Greg Hogwood. In the center ice. Penetrates, shoots right on from 40 feet. And a save by Sidorkovic. Boston's first shot. Boy, they allowed Hogwood plenty of skating room, and he can fly.
That was all set up by Jim Weimer. Picked for Hogwood. Set him up in his own end to spring loose.
Long pass up. Weimer connecting with Janney. Janney forced back. Now it's up for Don Sweeney. Bruins have to create that offense. Just the one shot by Hogwood, handled by Sidorkovic. 1-0 Hartford, first period. Out comes Burt. Checked at the Boston line. Covered by Ladouceur. Francis. Krieger over the line. Broken up by Galley. And a battle for it behind the net now. Carpenter checks the play. There's Krieger to keep it in. Rolls near the net. Lemlin trying to tie it up. And Francis turned the net. Knocked down by Bob Sweeney, but jammed it there. Samuelson fires wide. The rebound is Carter. Carter looking for Galley. And Carpenter steals in. All alone with Bob Sweeney. And he can't get the pass in front. Boston's best chance so far. Carpenter on a steal moved in with Bob Sweeney. Babbage winding up. Hartford leads 1-0. Now taking over, rookie defenseman Bob Beers up from the Maine Mariners to Carter. Rolled in easy and routine for Sidorkovich. 13:54 left in the first period. 1-0 the Whalers. Bruins are skating well. Here comes Christian. Christian gets by the defense. Burt bearing in. A pass in front. Blocked. Cleared away by Howell. Back checking.
That's better.
Back for it, Beers winding up. Hull helmet is down in the Boston corner. Puck driven in by Jennings. Back for it, Wesley. Wesley is hit by Caravo. Howell trying to get it, and the Bruins break it out. Burridge, good chance here, and his pass is too far ahead of the center, Poulin. Knocked back in the Boston end by Jennings. Just the one shot by Boston. 3 by Hartford, and Hartford leads 1-0. A long pass looking for Janney, rolls all the way to Sidorkovich. Back for it, Jennings. Hartford has defended well. And here's Peterson gambling to keep it in, and he does. He rolls it to the corner. Bruins trying to get right in and forecheck. Galley. Puck knocked away. In the center ice comes Tomlak, but he starts the play anew. Hartford changing up. Galley breaks it up. Galley to Hoggood. Over the line to Janney. Janney to Hoggood in deep. Neely is open. Can't get it. Chasing it, Galley to keep it in. Couldn't do it. Another chance for Boston. Did not pay off on a shot on goal. Tippett knocked down Hoggood. Neely knocks down the defenseman Ladouceur. The play is broken up by Samuelson and cleared to center ice. Hartford guarding that 1-goal lead. Doing a marvelous job. Hoggood trying to move. Can't do it. And Tippett gets it. Checked by Weimer. Weimer takes him all the way to the corner. Still battling for it. Continuous action, no whistles. And out of the corner comes Deneen. Deneen's pass broken up by Hoggood. Hoggood flipping it in. Carpenter gets it. Goes behind the net. Great play by Carpenter. Now coming out in front. A quick shot. Carter stopped. A shot by Don Sweeney and a save. 2 in a row. 2 great chances for Boston there. Back comes Krieger to tip it in the Boston end. Bruins with opportunities there and set up by Bob Carpenter.
Great hustle by Carpenter. Heads up play to get that set up.
Bruins gambling to keep it in. Stolen by Francis. He breaks it out. Over the line to Krieger. A shot and a save by Lemlin. Galley trying to come out. Kicks it ahead, breaking. Don Sweeney leads the rush and drops it in as Boston changes up. 11 minutes left in the first period. Bruins break up the play. Sidorkovich covers it. Fires broken up. A shot by Gould just missed on the far side. And the Bruins now Corriveau breaking over the line on Beers. Forced and checked and broken up by Beers. Strong play by the rookie. And he starts it out as he controls it. With Doris on the left, fires in. Doris hustling in. Right, Hartford gets there. They can't clear it out. Beers, shot in the screen, a save by Sidorkovich. Boston getting the chances here. The puck cleared out now over the line. It is Ferraro rolling it around for Howell, still without the helmet. In deep, Ferraro gets it in the corner, broken up by Beers. Wesley starts back, 1-0 Hartford. Fires, gets it back from Wesley. He breaks. Now fires as Boston changes up. A fast pace to the game. The shots are listed 4-2 for Hartford, but the Bruins have just simply missed chances. Lemlin coming way out. Clears it to the boards. The Bruins started out. Breaking Christian, and he's broken up by Samuelson. The follow-up by Galley. He loses to Burt, and Burt gets it over the line. cleared in deep, but the play called offside. Hartford 1, Boston nothing. First period at the Hartford Civic Center.
Bruins are really picking up. They're flying here tonight. Here's Bob Beers, snaps one through, hits a foot. There's the deflection. It's the desperate right leg of Sidorkowicz. They're getting their chances. Bobby Carpenter, a couple of nice setups. Keep plugging away.
Poulin trying to rush. He's stopped by Ladouceur, and Tomlak clears it in the Boston end. The shots are listed 4 for Hartford, 2 for Boston with 9:39 left in the first period. Very deceptive. Hartford's had, well, the free goal by Everson, a good and probably not another good chance on Lemlin, just a routine one. And Boston has been a story of missed opportunities. 1-0 Hartford, first period at the Hartford Civic Center. And a face-off coming up in the Hartford zone to the left of Sidorkowicz. Poulin out, Burridge on the left, Christian on the right, Jim Weimer. He's been a stalwart on defense.
Oh, he's played very, very sound.
And those face-offs, and Poulin able to get it after it looked like Francis had it. But the Whalers are able to clear it now. Francis did, and Weimer pops it back in. Burridge hustling in on Shaw. Gives him a hit around the boards. It goes to Krieger. Out to Verbeek. And to the Boston, well, he knocked it into the Boston bench. And a face-off at center ice. Hartford with that 1-0 lead, playing with the 1-0 lead, just protecting it, clearing out quickly, not wasting any time with the puck in their zone.
I don't really think at this point that it looks like the Hartford game plan was to try to play defensive hockey. The Bruins just skating all over the place in desperation. That one goal to them isn't an earned goal at this point, and they don't feel very good about it. Trying to stem the tide, the Bruins just got to keep this up.
And Francis gets the draw. Corriveau is at left wing and Verbeek at right wing. Corriveau came over from the Washington Caps for Liu. It's clear by Galley, goes into the stands, creating a face-off in the Boston end and brings up another one of Derek's keys, face-offs, and Francis has been tremendous in that department.
Ron Francis is what he's doing is he's going through the circle. He's not trying to pick them. He's trying strong-arming them. The Bruins have just got to concentrate and not let him win. They'll win their share from him.
Dave Christian looked like the best face-off man.
Yes.
When many were tried by Milbury the other night, and he's out there.
I like Christian at center. Robbie, Sue, and Scott Morello. And to say hello to your dads at the game.
And Christian did get it for Galley, for Burridge, and he failed to clear it. Don Sweeney gets the loose puck. Tries the other side. A battle for it there. Poulin. But Jennings gets it. Jennings puts it right on net, knocked away by Lemlin, and out comes Burridge. Has some skating room. Mixed up at the line. Flat back over the line by Galley, and the Bruins are offside. Hartford 1, Boston nothing. The Hartford Civic Center.
It's very, very easy to say Harvard, yeah.
Skating up and down the ice, and the shots stand 4 Hartford, 2 Boston. And the Bruins are going to have to create more than that against Sidorkowicz, naturally. Bob Beers rolls it all the way to Sidorkowicz. Samuelson takes over. Beers moving in like Milbury has the defense. Pinching in with forechecking. Oh, a wicked hit on the boards. There's a board check.
Cam Neely had Dineen lined up too. Saw the arm go up on Kerry Frazier and backed off a wicked check.
Dineen hit Wesley and he's going out.
Had him lined right up too.
That's one of those board checks. Take a look at it.
Right here, he's in the back. He's facing the glass, bounces his head off the glass. Neely's got him right there. He heard the whistle. Just calmed it down in time.
And the first power play of the game goes to Boston. A 2-minute penalty to Kevin Dineen. In the Islanders game the other night in double overtime, late in the first overtime, Troy Millette hit Jeff Norton and got a 5-minute major, and Sutter scored, and that turned out to be the game. And that's that one that generally they call. So we look at Cam Neely.
As you're facing the boards, getting hit directly from behind.
And if it's severe enough, it is 5 minutes.
It is a 5-minute major.
As Millette got the other night. Carpenter is out with Janney and Neely.
Bobby Carpenter leading the club in hockey in goals with 3.
Everson gets the faceoff. He has the score in the game. Hogwood and Galley play the points. So Greg Hogwood seen plenty of service. Been a left winger with Janney and Neely, and now he's on the point. Galley moves in deep. His pass goes right to Everson. Long shot on Lemlin. And what's Frazier calling here? A Boston penalty. Cam Neely for high sticking. Just what Boston does not need. They had the first power play opportunity. He showed restraint in not lining up Dineen, but he's called for high sticking.
Right here, it's going, the pass comes out. That's high sticking.
Well, you know, if it catches him in the face, and he's cut, it's one of those 5-minute jobs. You can't wave it up near the face.
Cam Neely is talking to Dineen.
And now each team short a man.
Cam Neely very frustrated at this point. 55-goal season, getting double attention out there. Playoffs, it's different. You're going to get players covering you every time you step, every time you move. Somebody's going to be with you. When you're the caliber of a Neely, Cam's got to take that off, go to the net. The Bruins need him scoring.
And the draw is right back for Samuelson, and his shot just missed the net, and Krieger's shot is blocked. Hit Galley, he's hurt. Shaken up, a whistle. He blocked the shot of Todd Krieger. But once again, in the little things, a clean win of the faceoff by Francis. You don't mind if you could just kind of nullify it so it's not won cleanly and you have some kind of an opportunity. As Gary Galley wearing the C with Ray Bork injured, and he was shaken up on that one. Timeout for Gary Galley. The score, Hartford 1, Boston nothing. We'll return in a moment.
Gary Galley, right here, the shot comes wide. Now watch Galley go to the net. He goes down to block the shot, and an extra arm slammed his head to the ice. I think you're going to find right here when Galley turns, Ron Francis, he's going down. There's the elbow in the back of the head. Little cheap shot from Francis.
Each team short a man. The draw is right back to Babbage. To Francis, misfired. Wesley starts it out. A lead for Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney coming on Samuelson. His shot is deflected wide by Samuelson. Zadorkovich to Francis, who's checked on the play. And now picking it up is Babbage. Babbage knocks it in. Bruins start it back. Wesley now to Carpenter with Bob Sweeney. 2-on-2. He fires, saves Zadorkovich. The rebound, Bob Sweeney and Francis go for it. And they're tangled up. And Burt able to work it free to Krieger. Krieger knocked down by Don Sweeney. Down went Don. It's not the first time those two have collided. Carpenter, good rush, center ice. Takes the hit, though. He is stopped. Stand-up check by Jennings. Trying to move in is Verbeek, has forced back again now. Pass to Anderson. Anderson, Verbeek. Anderson again. Wheeling, shooting. Blocked, gets it again. Shot blocked by Lemlin. Anderson made a couple of good moves. Dave Poulin starting it out now. Up on the left with Don Sweeney, cleared in the Hartford zone. Fast-moving game. 6:20 left, first period. 1-0 Hartford. A freakish goal by Dean Evison. Jim Weimer taking over at center ice. Now back for Wesley. Wesley fires it up. Jennings Checked by Poulin. Gets it away to Burt. Burt over the line. The shot wide. Kept in. Power play here for Tomlak. A shot wide. Neely still in the box, getting ready to come out. The Whalers moving it well. This shot goes wide by Tomlak. Neely is back. Scott Young. Babbage. The shot in, trapped by Lemlin for a faceoff. 1-0 Hartford at the Hartford Civic Center. And the faceoff coming up to the right of Reggie Lemlin. Another collision between Krieger and Don Sweeney. Don Sweeney lining him up and Krieger ready for it.
Don Sweeney kind of mauls him here with a kind of a left hook. More of a punch than a check. Got away with it.
And the faceoff now to the right of Reggie Lemlin. 1-0 Hartford. They have 6 shots, Boston 4, and 5:34 left in the first period. It is back to Babbage. Shot hit off the side of the net. I don't think it hit the post. I think it hit off the side. Byers with it. Over the line. Holding. Checked by Babbage. Battles in deep. Babbage gets it away from him. Ferraro works it out. Shaw fires it in. I don't think the Bruins have won a faceoff. Back for Ladouceur. A screen shot. Popped over the net. Ferraro drops it in front. It goes right to Byers. Byers starts it out. Now with Duras. A long shot. Saves Sidorkovic. And Ferraro gets it to Samuelson. Catching a line change over the line. Shot deflected wide by Don Sweeney. Fought for by Samuelson. Now taken over by Wesley. Cleared out of the zone and going for it, Neely. He's open, coming on Ladouceur, stopping, cutting, puts it in front, and Everson is back checking and breaks it up. Can't clear it out. Bruins keep it in. Good play by Janney. Magnificent to Neely. The shot and the save. What a play Craig Janney made to set up Cam Neely, and Sidorkovic was there.
Great stick work by Craig Janney. Cam Neely, I think you're going to see before this night is out. He's going to lose it. That man right there may be the recipient of it. Very frustrated, Neely, at this point. But what stick work by Craig Janney. Right here, tucks it, slides, turns, pivots, tucks it again, backhand play to Neely, one times it. Sidorkovic just got the legs closed in time. But right here, there's the little tuck and pivot. And the slide in the backhand pass.
You can't do it much better than that. To whip 2 Whalers to give the free shot for Cam Neely. Face off to the right of Sidorkovic. Craig Janney over the line in traffic. Hoggood is taking the face-offs. Janney is out there and Neely. Everson and Hoggood. Hartford wins it again. Leading 1-0. Tippett broken up. Janney in turn loses. Covered now by Don Sweeney. Broken up by Tippett. Tippett with Dineen. Dineen is in. And it goes wide and the net is locked loose as Dineen made the move but did not drill it on the net. And he was set up in front alone. Kevin Dineen.
Reggie Lemlin forces this play by Dineen. Tippett makes a backhand play. He knows Dineen's on the left. He gets it by Sweeney's foot. In comes Dineen with Lemlin coming out. Right there, great check by Don Sweeney. Bothered Dineen enough that he didn't get a stick on it.
Galley going out and Everson.
They're going to take a little rest for being too rambunctious.
You would list each team with a power play, but they only had it for a few seconds. And that's been it. 4:09 left in the first period. Dean Everson fired one from the boards. And it deflected in for the only goal of the game.
Well, they've got the infamous unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to both Galley and Everson. Calling that a lot lately. That's kind of a referee doesn't really know what to call, so belligerent behavior they call unsportsmanlike and off you go.
The Boston defense has played much better than the other night. They've been mobile, active, involved, moving up.
Bruins are skating much, much better. Gotta adjust a little bit. You don't have Ray Bourque, and that's a lot of adjustment.
Francis out there with Verbeek and Krieger, Shaw and Jennings. And this face-off. Batted around. Krieger gets it. Hooked down. They let it go. And the Bruins get the puck. Much better face-off job by Bob Carpenter. And Boston able to clear it out. Francis did not win that one cleanly. By no manner of means. Shaw rushing. Lead in for Krieger. A shot. A save by Lemlin. And the play offside, and now.
And that's twice Krieger has taken that shot after the offside whistle's been called.
By now he should know the rule, and unwritten rule. And
Bob Sweeney and Ferrara are going to go at it here.
Jennings and Bob Sweeney.
Is that Jennings? 25 to 26. We're so high up here. Difficult to tell.
We have 3:47 left in the first period. They are still mauling around there, but the linesmen
They want to let it go.
standing
Well,
on.
the philosophy is that if we let it go, you're going to get tired out. Any combatant will get tired out in a wrestling match. Plus, you're not going to fight if you think you're going to have to go toe-to-toe till it's over.
Okay, 7 shots for Hartford, 6 for Boston. And the penalties being announced. They're heading for the dressing room with 3:47 left, so there'll be 5-minute majors undoubtedly to Bob Sweeney.
I hope, you know, Frazier didn't pick up the high stick by Sweeney as well. He was watching it, but he doesn't know what moved his arm. Maybe he might dodge that bullet. Right here, a little dump pass. Sweeney's turn. He knows it's offside. And there's Krieger, shoots the puck anyway. Lemlin gives him a little jab. Wesley a jab in the turn, and then Beers comes up to him.
So far, nothing on the board that would give either team an advantage. Hartford, though, with 4 skaters out there. And for Boston, no, it's full strength. We'll run down the penalties in a moment. 7-6 Hartford, shots on goal. Janney out there. Boston's best chance. Janney to Neely. Wesley breaks. A shift on Babbage. Goes wide. The shot is wide. Knocked back in deep. Burridge there. Run over by Samuelson. Wheeler trying to contain it. Can't do it. Back for it. Wesley a quick clear out. Burridge can't move. Babbage does. Gets it over the line. And the backhander in deep. Tippett there. Francis checked by Neely. They battle. Francis gets away from him. Swings it in front for a big stop. Shot by Dineen. Where did it go?
Lemlin's got it. Wow, what a save that was.
Francis got away from Cam Neely, wheeled around and put it on Lemlin. Then the rebound for Dineen, and a couple of big stops here.
Right here, Cam Neely's paying attention to the puck. There he goes to the little slip when Francis cuts back. Neely hooks him, but Dineen just chops at this, golfs at it, and Lemlin gets a hold of it, smothers it. Big save.
3:09 left in the first period, and the face-off in the Boston zone. Make that 9 shots for Hartford on those 2 scoring bids. With Francis, a real superb move around the net. And Lemlin ready for it. Tomlak is out there. Boy, the Whalers are getting mileage from players that you would, rookies. you would put in the journeyman class, but they're anything but journeyman here. Anderson is one. Corriveau. There's Anderson going right to the corner. He's checked on the play. Poulin with it. Around for Gould. Gould, the clear out. Backfoot is Ladouceur. Gets it to Tomlak. Now to Ladouceur. Into center ice. Anderson. Check. Duras breaks. But his pass is away from Gould, and Burt has it. And Tomlak over the line. 3-on-2 for Young. And a shot and a save by Lemlin. Oh, that was a scorcher by Young. He can really drill him.
Tore the shaft of Lemlin's stick off. Broke it.
Here's John Sweeney over the line. Trying to drift through himself, and he's checked on the play, but Gould goes in, gets it, tries to put it in front. He's hit on the play. Duras battling in the corner now to the right of Sidorkovich. They put it in front for Gould, cutting in, shot, save, Sidorkovich held the post as Gould cut in on a great chance there from Duras. And the faceoff in the Hartford zone. 2:04 left in the first period.
Coming out of the corner is going to be Bobby Gould. Right there, he gets the pass. Now he's going to go stick, try to open up that 5-hole. Sidorkovich shuts it off pretty well. Gould gets popped. But watch this shot here. A drop shot to Young. Young just drifts it. See the short end of Lemlin's stick broke it right off. The shaft of the stick.
Shots are 10 to Hartford, 6 for Boston. Hartford leads 1-0 on a goal by Dean Evison right at the start of the game, and now the face-off to the right of Sidorkovich. And milling around. Frazier is saying you can't come out or you can't play. Francis on the face-off. He's out there for sure.
Ellie came out of the box. He's going on the right point.
Well, Evison's going to take it, and both have been marvelous face-off men for the Hartford Whalers. Carpenter will take it for Boston.
One of the bright lights, one of the many bright lights for the Hartford Whalers is Dean Evison. He's been just playing superb hockey.
And Carpenter gets it over on the boards, and it's a battle for it there. Carpenter helping out. He was hit on the play by Samuelson. And Hartford finally comes out with the handle to it. Now around the other side, Carter has lost his stick, knocked down a man. Bruins scrap to keep it in, but the Whalers work it out. A clear in by Howell. Coming back is Galley. He's hit. Bruins trying to break. Can't do it. Knocked away by Corriveau. Wesley takes a hit from Hull. I mean, Hull has hardly been a factor all season long and playing a vigorous style of hockey here. At center ice, Carpenter wraps it in. 1:18 left in the first period. 1-0 Hartford. Shots are 10-7. And Hartford works it out carefully. Weimer and Corriveau. Christian and Ferraro. And backcourt Don Sweeney. 3-on-3 for Don. Hate can trap 2 Whalers. Sweeney coming. Gains the line. Slides it in. And the play is broken up by Kevin Dineen on Carter. Wheeled right out the center ice. Covered by Don Sweeney and wrapped right back in. 40 seconds left in the period. Babbage. Tippett. Into center ice to Evison. Over the line. Checked on the play by Weimer, and Burridge back for it. Burridge to Weimer. Weimer looking for Neely. Maybe icing. Sidorkovich going to play it though. Gets it around and a hit and a penalty coming. Ladouceur has flattened a Bruin as Sidorkovich was hit while making the play, and a penalty on Boston is the initial signal. There may be more.
Goaltender he goes behind the net like that. Fair game. That'll rattle Sidorkovich a little bit. That's what Burridge did it for, hopefully. There's a good clean check. He never nailed him or nothing. Babbage reaches over the shoulder. Burridge knows it. Got a stick in the face.
From Ladouceur.
From Ladouceur.
Burridge is going out. What helped that penalty, of course, was the fact that the helmet went off. Now a discussion down by the Hartford cage. Hartford leads 1-0 here. In the final minute of play, looking at Rick Lee on the Hartford bench. The question is, will he call something on Monasura? Game time.
No.
Boston Bruins publication with up-to-the-minute lineups and stats. Game time is updated for each home game. Available for $1 at Boston Garden on game nights. Cam Neely is still arguing. Matching penalties.
Matching penalties.
Well, there's no question that they did match. I mean, we saw the replay, and
Well, I was wondering whether Kerry Fraser picked it up or not. That's what concerned me, but never cut Burridge, but he got the stick in the face.
and the face-off coming up with the first period winding down. The goal by Everson came at 1:18 of the freakish sort, thrown in from the right wing boards, deflected off of Bruin and by Lemlin, and that's been it. After that, excellent goaltending by Reggie Lemlin and by Peter Sidorkovich. Faceoff is outside the line. Everson gets it to Samuelson. Cleared to Wesley. 7 seconds left. Played around the Boston zone. The battle in the corner, and that's it in the first period. And the score at the end of one period is Hartford 1 and Boston nothing.
Boston Bruins and the Hartford Whalers at the end of the first period. Game 4 from the Civic Center in Hartford, and the score, the Whalers 1 and the Bruins nothing. This one is just short of being a must-win game for the Bruins. The fact is they could lose this one and still end up winning the series, but it would require 3 straight wins. That would be one heck of a comeback. Mike Milbury goes back to his Game 1 choice in goal. Reggie Lemlin, and the Whalers stay with the fiery-fingered Peter Sidorkovich, who's had so much to do with their success in the earlier games. Whalers on the board first again and early again. Dean Evison's deflected shot gets by 1-0. Late in the first, couple of great plays. Janney first, then Sidorkovich.
Clear it out. Bruins keep it in. Good play by Janney. Magnificent to Neely. The shot and the save. What a play Craig Janney made to set up Cam Neely.
End of the first period, the Whalers lead it by a score of 1-0. That goal by Everson came at 1:18 of the first period, and Peter Sidorkovich, who frankly was considered probably a weak spot on the Hartford Hockey Club back at the start of this series, has been anything but weak in goal. With Hartford leading Boston 1-0, the second period from Hartford is coming up next on NESN.
Brian Propp or Duras or Bob Sweeney, and they elected to go with Duras and Sweeney. Bob struggling offensively. Brian Propp with just 2 assists. Excellent penalty killer. Peter Duras with some outside speed and a good shot. John mentioned a point that you're playing this game, you got to use your head. You got to have some smarts out there. Can't be taking gambles. You got to be thinking all the time. Got to use your head for more than something to keep your ears apart. Reggie Lemlin right there is a thinking goaltender. Peter Sidorkovich. The other end of the building has got everything going his way. He's thinking shutout at this point. The Bruins have got to score some goals. There's no two way. I don't care how they get them. If they can kick one in and not get caught, it doesn't matter.
Corriveau is at left wing with Francis and Verbeek, and Corriveau has alternated with Todd Krieger. He's the more experienced player, of course, as a winger. And Rick Lee thinking just a bit of defense. He can do that. It is 1-0 for Hartford. Samuelson takes control and fires it out by everybody, maybe icing. It is. In the face-off, they keep track of them here. They list 12 for Hartford and 6 for Boston. I think they count everything, including center ice. And really, If you're talking about face-offs, talk about in the attacking or defending zone. Center ice really isn't.
The end
that
zone
important.
is where well, they're valuable everywhere, but I mean obviously the crucial ones are going to be in your end zones for possession in whatever end of the building you're in. And the Bruins are not faring very well in that category. I would say they probably won one, I think, or two, possibly a scrambly one, but
Here's Carpenter against Francis, and this one is down, and Byers and Carpenter kicks it back to the point. And it's kept in by Galley. Fired around. Now Krieger hit by Galley. Able to retain control. Checked by Byers. Byers trying to make the play from the corner. He's checked. Carter flashes around. Drops it off. Carpenter a shot. Tipped wide by Sidorkovich. Centering blind pass by Byers. Just picked off by the Whalers, and Verbeek clears it in the Boston zone. Galley trying to get away from Krieger. Gets it up the boards and breaking out now 2-on-2. Carpenter and Carter over the line. Carpenter rather, the shot and the save. Sidorkovich. Kept in by Carter. Checked by Francis. Francis is an excellent defensive player. Rick Lee, of course, realizes that too and can create plenty of offense. This puck is cleared near Lemlin. Back where it is Wesley. Long pass center ice. Picked up now by Samuelson. Trying to clear it out. Checked. Kept in by Beers. They say, no, this is an offside play. 1-0 Hartford, second period at the Civic Center. And the face-off outside the Whalers' blue line. Janney at center with Neely on the right and Hoggard on the left. And Greg Hoggard's had plenty of chances in this game. I don't mean shots on net. I mean playing left wing on this line and a point on the power play. Of course, it was an abbreviated power play. Puck bounces back. Wesley back for it. Deneen is forechecking. Everson, too. He scored the lone goal of the game. A long lead pass. Hoggard in pursuit of Samuelson. Samuelson pokes it around the boards. Deneen wheels it away. Takes a hit from Neely. But Everson just clears it out. And, of course, Hartford with that 1-0 lead can do that. Tip it on Beers. Knocks him down. Puck kept in. Beers hits Deneen and takes him down. Beers has played a fine game. Here's Shaw weaving, moving, shooting, and scoring. Shaw makes it 2-0 on a backhander as he cut in from the right point.
well, Shaw certainly has the hot hand for the Whalers, leading the club in scoring, I believe, with a goal and 4 assists. Here he comes in with a backhand, dumps it through. Reggie just never got the leg on it.
Brad Shaw, who had a goal and 3 assists the other night, gets a very big score for the Hartford Whalers.
That's a hustle by Deneen to get in front of Lemmel and to screen him.
And now it is 2-0 for Hartford. As they score early in the first period, Dean Everson, and early in the second, Brad Shaw. And again, it's the first shot on net of the period. Everson's was in the first period. And Poulin wraps it in. Babbage with it now. Babbage checked by Christian. Babbage lost his stick. Tomlak back to cover the puck. Loses to Poulin's checking. Poulin wrapped up by Tomlak though. Burridge trying to get it free. Tomlak still wrapping up Poulin. Burridge comes out with it. Burridge trying to make the play. He's checked by Shaw. Shaw, a rookie defenseman. A drop pass intercepted. Babbage breaks it out. Babbage 2-on-1 with Young. The shot to save Lemlin. The rebound comes off the backboards. Knocked away, loose. Galley clears it up in the center ice. Poulin breaking. Lead on the left for Burridge. Burridge works it in deep. Boston changing up a 2-0 lead for Hartford. Burt strikes it out. In the center ice, Anderson. A shot and a save by Lemlin. And he hangs on and gets the whistle. With the score, Hartford 2, Boston 0. We'll return in a moment.
Well,
had a faceoff coming up to the right of Reggie Lemlin. He hung on to that. Anderson kept charging in, trying to get a rebound.
right here, Dave Christian in the turnaround. Can't pick up Babbage. Babbage is flying down. He's eliminated the play in his mind. Snaps a quick wrist shot. Reggie makes the save, goes to the backboards with Al Peterson.
Had a face-off now to the right of Reggie Lemlin. Everson on the draw. Carpenter wins it cleanly. Weimer wraps it around. And not out. Kept in by Dineen. Weimer for Neely. Neely checked in the corner. Weimer trying to make the play out. Can't do it. Kept in by Everson. He's hit by Neely, and Neely gets the puck. Neely starts it out off the boards. Can't connect with Hogwood. Loose puck picked up by Tippett. Tippett, a screen shot deflected wide by Weimer. Centered. Everson wheeled, missed, and back comes Boston in the center ice. Carpenter with Carter and Neely. Off for Neely. Neely checked by Jennings. Trying to make the play from the boards, but he's 2 men on him, and Jennings gets it for Samuelson. For Dineen. And Tippett rolls it in the Boston end. About 4 minutes played here in the second period. Out for Boston comes Janney over the line, cutting, moving in, can't cut in, and it's taken by Francis. Hit by Christian behind the net, taken by Burt for Ladouceur, and the Whalers break it out. Krieger back for Burt. Burt, a shot kicked out by Lemlin. 3-on-2 Boston. 3-on-1 for the moment. Janney with it over the line with Christian, holding in front. Christian, a score! Christian from Janney as the Bruins get on the board, trailing 2-1.
That boy can pass the puck. Greg Janney finds Dave Christian, who pulls the trigger. A typical hard-working goal right there. Carter dumps it off. Janney coming up. He's got Ladouceur, pulls him over, giving Christian time to go to the net, and Dave Christian one-times it. Sidorkowicz just got the legs open. That could be a very big goal for the Bruins at this point, down 2-0. Get things going. What a nice play by Craig Janney. Dave Christian making no mistake. But for a team to be able to respond after going down 2-0, carrying the play somewhat for a period and a bit.
15:25 left as Dave Christian gets the Bruins on the board in the second period, set up by Janney. Another sparkling pass by Craig Janney. In the first period, he made a marvelous play and set up Neely, who was denied by Sidorkowicz. Shaw with it. A bright young star for the Hartford Whalers. Brad Shaw on defense. Corriveau is after Don Sweeney. Don Sweeney gets it up. The clear out, though, is stopped by Shaw. Jennings trying to move on it. Batted around. Bruins, Burridge works it over the line. Burridge leaves it for Galley. Can't get it. Gets it now. Trying to set a play in front. Can't. Christian was wide open. And Shaw gets it out. Shaw to Hull. Hull in deep, puts it in front. Intercepted, and the Bruins control. Burridge starting back out. He checked on the play. Puck kept in for Anderson. Anderson cutting wide. Samuelson, shot blocked wide. Kept in by the Whalers to Anderson. A shot blocked. Oh, what a setup Anderson had alone in front. Ferraro with it. Moves it.
Gary Galley doesn't have a stick. That's why all this is taking place.
And the Bruins just dive after that puck and tie it up for a faceoff. Hartford 2, Boston 1. Second period at the Hartford Civic Center.
Gary Galley played that whole shift. Lost it when he was down on the other end of the building. Went by the Bruins bench. No one had a stick ready for him. He opted to change his mind to get down the end. There he is running left without that big save by Lemelin right there on Mikael Anderson.
Everson scored in the first period, 1-0 Hartford. In the second period at 2:04, Shaw unassisted at 4:35. Christian from Janney and Carter.
Bobby Carpenter's being used on all the draws now.
And he wins this one. Peterson has not played much on defense, but he's out there now. Bruins work it to Carpenter at center ice. Carpenter for Bob Sweeney, trying to get it back. Broken up. Fought for. Peterson trying to keep it in. Hartford breaks it out. Here comes Anderson again. Anderson crisscrossing for Samuelson. Shot hit the side of the net. Not exactly on the post, but very close on a drive by Samuelson. Here's one here by Scott Young, and he misses. Babbage able to keep it in. Knocked away by Lemlin. And Hartford getting their chances, leading 2-1. Puck pops in the air, kept in by Young. Young for Tomlak, hit by Bob Beers. Carpenter trying to dig it away. And Young comes off the corner with it. The shot and the save by Lemlin, holding the short side. Tomlak is on it again. Now it's picked off by Peterson. Peterson. Beers in the center ice. Bruins want a line change, can't get it. Back comes Anderson, a tireless player. There's Dineen. Dineen, a shot, scores! Kevin Dineen makes it 3-1 as the Hartford attack was relentless.
Right here, they give it up. Mikhail Anderson, they take the body. Dineen gets a quick shot, snaps it.
Well, Boston wanted a line change, but Hartford wouldn't give up the puck and kept it inside the line. Babbage to Dineen, and that paid off with a score. The Boston defense combination, Bob Beers and Alan Peterson, but they all wanted to change up.
Sloppy hockey. At the blue line, Bob Sweeney allowed the guy to turn. He stayed with the point man. Then he had it in his possession. Center ice. Went to pass it, didn't get it clean. Got picked off.
Bruins forced to just clear the puck out as Hartford leads 3-1 now, 12:47 left. After the great setup, Janney to Christian put the Bruins back. Dineen trying to move it in front, can't, but Everson fires one that's blocked. Up now for Hoggood and cleared out. Hartford storming the Boston end. And the Boston half of the ice. Round it goes to Neely. Lead for Janney, can't get it, but Hoggood does, shoots, and a save, Sidorkovich. Hoggood just drilled that from the boards coming in on the left wing side and put it on net. And Sidorkovich tied it up for a faceoff. But a very big score by Kevin Dineen, set up by Babbage and Anderson at 7:02. Mikhail Anderson, there's Rick Lee saying, hey, calm it down now. We've got a 2-goal lead. Let's just protect it and not open it up. Mikhail Anderson playing like a superstar in a game like this. Hard to believe he could skate, but beyond that.
Well, the Buffalo Sabres gave him up. Said, can't make our hockey club. Picked up on the waiver draft. Doing well here in Hartford.
But you're looking at some very intense play from players like Anderson, who assisted on that goal. Just wouldn't give up. Back to Wesley. Wesley cuts in. A backhander. Caught by Sidorkovich and dropped off. Can't clear it out. Wesley able to keep it in again. In deep for Poulin. Behind the net in front. Burridge can't get the handle to it. Poulin skates on the wing. Fires one. It's blocked in front. And Anderson and Francis can't clear it out. Christian drills it in. Burridge fighting for it. Near the net. Broken up. Scrapping for it. Sidorkovich knocks it to the corner. Now on that side it is Poulin fighting for it. Burridge too. Francis there. Francis spun down, falls on it, and a face-off call. Hartford, it's jamming here. Hartford leads it 3-1, second period at the Civic Center. And the Boston Bruins are offering limited playoff edition Ray Bohr, Cam Neely, and Andy Moe t-shirts and sweatshirts. The 100% cotton t-shirts cost $14.95. The heavyweight sweatshirts are $24. Order now by calling 1-800-344-PLAY. All orders will be shipped within 72 hours. 11:41 left in the second period. Hartford leads it 3-1. That last goal by Dineen from Anderson and Babbage after Christian had closed the gap for Boston. The shots, 8 for Hartford, 4 for Boston in the second period, indicating the tempo of the play and the intensity of the Hartford team. Bob Gould on the face-off with Ron Francis.
Well, there's Everson and Poulin are in the box for roughing. Mike Milbury behind the bench. Got to get something going here, quick.
Puck is cleared out, racing for it, Corvo. Scores! Corvo on a breakaway makes it 4-1. And we talked about the journeymen who are producing. I tell you, it is incredible, the production that Hartford is getting for players like Corvo and Anderson.
There's a bouncing puck. Corvo just got body position on Galley. Reggie went down, shut it off, and Corvo had tremendous speed going for him. Goes wide and tucks it home. This is an uphill climb that is pretty well insurmountable at this point. Corvo fakes it, goes left, almost missed the net, but got enough of it.
Ivan Corvo breaking out and showing great speed. Remember when he played with the Capitals, he scored a couple of goals against the Bruins, but his average production would be under 10
Oh, yeah.
in a season. But in this,
Does not light the lamp that often, but that's a big goal.
4-1 now, Hartford leads. Puck in the center ice, over the line, Carter. Carter stopping, firing, saves Sudurkovic as he used Babbage as a screen. And one of the talents of Peter Sudurkovic, no rebounds.
Well, he smothered that one off. Screen shots that the Bruins are taking. Sudurkovic is getting a piece of. Playing very well in goal.
And the faceoff coming up to the left of Sudurkovic. Hartford leads it 4-1 in the second period.
Wow.
11:21 left. And there are the shots on goal, 9 of them in this second period by Hartford and 5 for Boston. Rick Lee sends Francis out for the faceoff. Janney is taking the draw for Boston. An explosive second period for Hartford. Francis wins this one cleanly for Jennings. Checked by Carter. Neely drops it back. Left point, shot by Wesley. Blocked. Janney trying to contain it, can't. And the Whalers started out. Deneen chops it in wide. Weimer trying to come out with it. Francis digs it. Checked by Wesley. Janney starts. Janney for Neely. Neely on Jennings. Gets by him. Cuts in. Backhander, a save, a jam there, and Weimer, the defenseman, is right there and can't put it in. As Neely is taken down on the play, he cut by Jennings, cut in front for a backhander, and Sudurkovic made the stop. Had a
Great
face-off.
play by Cam Neely coming in and cutting like that. But Sudurkovic, when you're hot, you're hot.
With the score, Hartford 4, Boston 1. We'll return in a moment. Hartford in front 4-1. Their goals by Everson and Shaw, Deneen and Corvo. Christian scoring for Boston. Face off now to the left of Sudurkovic. Francis and Carpenter. Now Krieger with it. Bruins battle to keep it in, can't do it. Galley to Carpenter. He fires it in. Boston forechecking, trying to get it. John Sweeney is in deep for Burridge. He's pinned. Francis gets control. And a lead for Verbeek. He missed it. Might have been a breakaway. In deep, Verbeek keeps the puck, so it's not icing. He got there eventually, touched it first. Krieger taps it in the corner. Verbeek there. Now for Krieger. Back for Verbeek. Galley on him. And it's rolled near the net.
That's just great work by Ferraro.
Ferraro it is. And the Bruins get control. Started away. 3-on-2 for the moment. To Carpenter in the middle. Off on the right for Duras. Can't get it. Carpenter. Fakes, gives it to Wesley. Shot, scores! Wesley from Carpenter to make it 4-2. And I would say that might be the first soft shot that Sudurkovic has let in.
It is a great play by Bobby Carpenter. Right there, goes off the heel of Christian's stick. Carpenter turns, fakes the shot, slips the pass. Now you've got Sudurkovic moving. He just never saw it. He was waiting for it to come from Carpenter. And it comes from Wesley right here. Just a quick wrist shot. Sudurkovic down, still hasn't seen it. It's by you, Peter. Now we got to get another one before this period ends.
Boston goal scored number 26,
So it is 4-2 as Wesley gets it from Carpenter.
Oh, but not Duras' stick, not Christian.
Puck driven in by Wesley. Young trying to come out. Wesley able to keep it in. A battle on the boards. And with it, Poulin in deep for Christian behind the net. Christian for Gould, can't set it up. Ferraro starts it out. Coming up to the Boston line. Bob Beers after Tomlak now. Tomlak goes behind the net. Taken all the way around by Beers. And the Bruins, Gould trying to come out with it. Can't. Now just fires it out. Samuelson back. In pursuit, Christian. But a quick pass up. Anderson there, broken up. Kept in by Poulin. Poulin for a shot. Big run. Big save. Sidorkovich on Christian. Oh, what a chance. As Poulin set up Christian wide open. Boston getting their chances as they trail 4-2 now. Into center ice, Neely. Quick pass off for Carter. He's all alone. His shot is blocked. Never reached the net. Blocked by Jennings. Back for Hartford comes Tippett. Taken to the corner by Galley. Up the boards it goes. Ladouceur knocks it back in. Hartford ruled offside. 8:10 left here in the second period. Hartford leading by a score of 4-2. Kevin Dineen with one of the goals. Dave Christian had a superb chance. This was Poulin checking, setting it up. He broke up Babbage.
Beats Babbage, makes the one-timer to Christian and gets it away. Just hits the blocker. Peter Sidorkovich just playing excellent in goal. I mean, you don't start putting the puck in the net, you have to look to that. Goaltending is definitely a factor.
The Boston goal by Wesley at 10:24 from Carpenter and Duras. And the faceoff at center ice. Mike Milbury has Janney with Carter and Neely. Ferraro will take the draw with Craig Janney. And with it, Bradshaw. Sort of very big goal. Open the scoring for Hartford in this period. Lemlin just pokes it away, and the follow-up is deflected into the stands. And
now, all that whole opportunity came from a half-hearted effort on the face-off at center ice. You cannot just take those for granted. And they win it. It goes over to the defenseman, finds it up to the middle. You dump it in the corner. This is the result. Lemelin has to dive. Here's Corvo with the snapshot. Hit Lemelin in the back. That doesn't hit Reggie in the back. That's in the net. So face-offs are important everywhere in the building. Once you lose it, you have to go and get the puck back. That your opponent has possession. He starts to move it. All he has to do is make a heads-up play. Bang, somebody's in cold on your goalkeeper. Just the intensity. Every facet of the game must be paid attention to.
And now a face-off to the right of Reggie Lemlin. Hartford leads it 4-2 in the second period. 7:57 left. Carpenter wins it cleanly. It is kept in by Shaw at the right point on the clear around by Wesley, though. Now popped out of the zone by Carpenter. Back for it, Shaw. Fires it up. Wesley blocks it. Can't set a play with Burridge. Burridge steals inside the line. Puts it across in front, blocked by Sidorkovich. As that was on the net from a tough angle. Corvo fires it up now, and Ferraro breaks it out. Play at the Boston line is stopped. Driven away by Carpenter, who is back there. Breaking now is Duras. Duras over the line for Burridge. Shot! Saves Sidorkovich. Bruins getting their chances now. Trailing by 2. Don Sweeney pressing to keep it in. And they're up to 16 shots, 20 for Hartford. So the Bruins have 9, Hartford 10 in this period. Ferraro works it out. And the clear in. The opportunity is there. The Bruins might just as well open it wide and get some shots. They are doing that. That Babbage gets it back now. Over the line comes Krieger. Francis shot a save. Lemlin knocked away, taken by Francis, put in front, smothered by Lemlin, and Francis almost poked that one home. dangerously close to scoring for the Hartford Whalers there with 6:39 left in the second period. 4-2 the Whalers.
Well, it bounces in around the back of the net. Watch Francis come here. He's looking for play. Can't find it. Snaps a quick shot. Reggie makes the left leg save. Takes the post. Francis right there. Now Sweeney gets it. Verbeek to Francis. Lemelin gets it. Carter poke checks it into Lemelin. Anytime you throw the puck in front of that net, it's eligible to go in. And the Bruins are taking plays and they're dumping it back into the open slot away from the net. They have yet to blindly, when they're in the corner, have no play, slide it across that crease. Something's going to happen.
On the faceoff, Hartford wins it. Samuelson, screen shot blocked wide. Verbeek a shot, blocked. Gets another one, blocked by Don Sweeney. Up the boards, Carter trying to move it out. Can't do it. Whalers, Francis, Krieger, quick shot blocked by Poulin. Poulin can't clear it out. Samuelson pokes it in and Galley takes over. Tries the left wing side, clears it out, but Verbeek wraps it back in for Hartford. All the way around the boards, Galley starts it out, a lead for Carter. Carter squeaking over the line, avoids a check, is broken up. Neely covers, gets it to Wesley. 4-2 Hartford. Been 2 power plays, but they've lasted 24 seconds for each team, and that's it in power plays as the puck is pinned on the boards and a face-off called. The Whalers lead the Bruins 4-2 at the Hartford Civic Center. The Hartford goals by Everson, Shaw, Dineen, and Corvo. For Boston, Christian and Wesley. Back for it, Brad Shaw. 25-year-old rookie defenseman who spent a long career. Here's the play broken up on him by Neely. Can't set it up for Janney. Wesley with it now. Janney, Neely. Can't handle it. Now clears it in. But Shaw is there to take it. Hoggard, the left winger, with Janney and with Neely. Bruins steal. Wesley. Janney. Quick pass off for Hoggard. Can't wrap it in. Neely's trying to roll it near the net. Knocked away by Sidorkovich. Dineen pulled down by Weimer, who gambled to move Wynn deep too. And the Bruins start it again with Janney at center ice, looking for an opening. And he's blocked. Tippett with it. Tippett now to Dineen. Dineen with Everson. Back for Everson. He's checked on the play. Christian got back on that one. That's the type of defensive play that the Bruins need. 4:50 left in the second period. 4-2 Hartford. Christian stealing, keeping it in. Poulin wraps it in deep. Sidorkovich out of the net. He's checked by Gould. Christian, the empty net, but the Hartford Whalers able to control it and clear it. That was Tomlak, the rookie. Sidorkovich was trapped for the moment, but the Bruins did not have control of the puck in front of the net. 4:26 left in this period. It's off for Gould. Good play by Poulin. Gould rushes with Christian. The shot, the save. Sidorkovich holding the short side. Bruins getting their chances. Poulin battling to keep it in. Checked at the line. And Young breaks it out. Young over the line on Galley. The play offside with 4:04 left here in the second period. Game is kind of broken wide open as the shots on net indicate 11 for the Whalers and 9 for Boston.
I think the big issue here is anytime you come in an underdog, like the Hartford Whalers, they got nothing to lose. They just work hard. And the Boston Bruins, first place overall, you get to think it's easy. You start thinking down the road a little bit, the next series or the next couple of series and who we're going to have to play. And pay attention to home. You got to get by Hartford first. And Hartford's just out there playing relaxed, having fun, playing hard, and things are bouncing their way.
They have 11 shots and the Bruins have 11 to this point with 4 minutes left in the period. Jennings winding up. A lead too far. Weimer wraps it to the Hartford line. Jennings takes it back. Pass up, stopped. Weimer intercepted. Francis scores! Jim Weimer intercepted by Francis. Francis scores to make it 5-2. And they have been opportunists as the captain of Hartford, Ron Francis, picked this off Weimer.
There's two Bruins trying to hit one guy. Jim Weimer had nobody to pass it to but Randy Burridge. Reggie Lemelin didn't get to see that one either.
Well, you more or less had Weimer all alone with two Whalers there.
Two Bruins try to hit Verbeek at center ice. And Francis reaches out, steals the puck. Bruins chip away, get back in it. Chip away, get back in it. Bang, give up another one.
Ron Francis with the score. The Bruins back over the line. Carter trying to put it in front. And hooked down on the play was Wesley.
I don't know what Kerry Frazier's looking at.
Around the boards, Cam Neely going for it against Tippett. And now it is cleared out. Knocked back around and breaking with it is Ferraro. Going deep. Now to Hull. The play checked, and Boston starts it out. Up the center, Janney for Neely. Neely breaking on the right, Evison after him. He drops it for Janney. Janney pass intended for Wesley, but there was Hull. Beautiful covering on that play.
Sticking with his point man, exactly what he's supposed to do.
Stay with the point man, and this is icing against Hartford. 2:55 left here in the second period. And Hartford with a lead of 5-2 now in an explosive second period here. They have scored 4 times. Shaw, Dineen, Corriveau, Francis. For Boston, Christian and Wesley, and Evison scored for Hartford in the first period. The faceoff coming up now to the right of Sidorkovich. Poulin has Hogwood on the left. Christian on the right. Hoggood and Jennings, and a little tiff, and Frazier over to talk to them.
Greg Hogwood trying to stir something up here.
Don Sweeney and Galley play the points for Boston. The draw to Hartford's Jennings. He's checked. Poulin shoots. It's kicked wide. That might have hit the defenseman in front. Galley trying to come right back with Christian. Christian trying to cut over the line. Broken up by Shaw and cleared out. Galley fires back in. The ricochet. Hoggood going for it. And Don Sweeney. Hoggood gets it to Christian. Christian back for Poulin for Hoggood, and he couldn't put it on net. And the Whalers break it out. Tomlak over the line. The drop pass for Dineen, knocked outside the line. But the Whalers control it here with 2:15 left in the second period. Galley checked by Anderson. This is icing as it came off the backboards. And a face-off in the Hartford zone. A most unusual game in that there have been 2 power plays for each team, but they had a duration of only 24 seconds. And that came in the first period. So no power plays. Hartford says that's okay. We haven't been too good on them until the last game. And for the Boston Bruins, they would like some power plays. But
well, Kerry Frazier's not calling much either. He's letting a lot of the individual stuff go, the interference especially, on both sides. So
Ron Francis comes out for the faceoff. Rick Lee playing it to the hilt and the little details. But Francis has been a commanding presence on faceoffs.
Mike Milbury's playing the details too, but he's trying to find somebody that can win faceoffs. He's had to use Bobby Carpenter all night.
Francis wins it. The Bruins trying to nullify it around the boards. Burridge does. Carpenter can't get the shot away though. The Whalers guarded well, and they work it out. Verbeek clears it in the Boston zone. Tomlak hustles after it. Checked by Wesley. Duras trying to come out. Duras gets it up on the left wing side for Burridge, and he's broken up immediately by Babbage. Wesley fails to clear. Verbeek keeps it in. Loses to Babbage. Loses to Burridge, rather. Very. And the Bruins started out. Up to Carpenter. Carpenter now gives it to Beers. But the Whalers are massing along the line, making sure there are no breakthroughs, and Deneen can't get this one, and Boston starts it back. Up the left side, Carpenter is ridden off by Samuelson. Backfoot Beers cleared it into the Whalers zone. Boston changing up with a minute left in the second period. A big one for the Hartford Whalers. They have scored 4 goals. The Bruins have scored 2, but the Whalers lead it 5-2. Carter over the line. Check. Gets it into Janney. Janney cross for a shot here by Galley that's deflected into the stands. And Janney with that uncanny eye able to find the man who is open. And Galley was open, but then quickly checked.
No, it wasn't. What he found was a man that was really covered. Looking for the late man is what he wanted. Gary Galley was the point man. The Bruins are not working it down low at all. The Hartford Whalers taking that high play away. Taking away the point man pretty well. As soon as the Bruin gets the puck with any kind of control, our Whalers just, they're communicating, they're talking, they're spreading out and picking up their men. Then the one man forcing the puck handler, forces him to make the quick play. Very frustrating.
And the face-off inside the Hartford Whaler 9 line.
The problem is this type of game that the Whalers are playing is very, it really disrupts your confidence. I mean, your confidence, which is a fleeting thing anyway. The Whalers are playing very sound. They're playing a very tough hockey club. I remember one time I was in a playoff series, and we had a great hockey club. The 5 toughest games I played was against the New York Rangers one year. They just did it all right. Then the next series, they went 4 straight. But
Carter taking the face-off with Francis. John Carter wants to try it again. Francis realigning his forces, moves Shaw back. Francis with a big goal to make it 5-2. Whalers failed to clear it after winning the face-off, and it goes to Neely. Neely cross for Galley. The shot deflected wide. Janney puts it in front quickly, knocked away from Neely. Neely gets it away up to Carter. Carter for Janney. Quick pass in front. Puck kept in. A backhander by Neely, who was blocked somehow in front and cleared by the Whalers. 18 seconds left. Neely up for Peterson. Peterson's pass goes outside the line. Brought back in. No. They're not offside. Carter a long shot wide. 5 seconds left. And Shaw controlling. And that is it in period number 2. The score at the end of 2 periods of play, Hartford 5 and Boston 2.
So game 4 is through 2 periods from the Civic Center in Hartford, and the score now, the Hartford Whalers 5 and the Boston Bruins 2. This is not at all the way most would have expected this series would go, but neither did anyone know that Craig Janney would miss the first 2 games and Ray Bourque would miss the next 2. But the Bruins are 20 minutes from being down 3-1. The second period, Hartford takes their lead to 2-0.
Beers hits Deneen and takes him down. Beers has played a fine game. Here's Shaw, weaving, moving, shooting, and scoring. Shaw makes it 2-0.
Which, of course, makes the Bruins situation all the more difficult, and the Bruins now badly need to score.
3-on-2 Boston. 3-on-1 for the moment. Janney with it. Over the line with Christian. Holding in front. Christian, a score! Christian from Janney.
Big goal for the Bruins. Gets them back within 1, except that the Whalers don't let them stay that close for very long.
Into center ice. Bruins want a line change. Can't get it. Back comes Anderson, a tireless player. There's Dineen. Dineen, a shot, scores!
Very difficult times for the division champs. Getting even more difficult as this second period moves along.
Puck is cleared out, racing for it, Corriveau. Scores! Corriveau on a breakaway makes it 4-1.
Hartford has led all the way, but that is their largest lead of the game to that point, 3. Serious offensive fireworks in the period. Glenn Wesley for Boston. Sidorkiewicz never does see it. 4-2. Son of a gun, Hartford's back with still another one. Ron Francis this time. The Whalers are up 3 again. So the Bruins now need something in the neighborhood of a spectacular comeback in the third period in order to salvage this one. 5-2 Whalers after 2. That third period is coming up next on NESN.
Changes and doesn't stay too long. If something isn't going right, he makes a move to fix it. He has, I don't think Bob Sweeney's been out.
No, not since that last goal along the blue line where he stood and watched the play. But Bob Sweeney is not alone. There's a few of the guys who are just second guessing themselves, standing still. The Bruins are hoping that the play works, that they hope it bounces to them and they can do something. They're all thinking breakaway. They're all thinking goal. They're not thinking game. They're not thinking concept. They're thinking individual at this point, trying to get their team going, looking to each other. But believe me, there isn't anyone there that doesn't want to win this hockey game. It's just something that, it's like a disease. Once it starts, it's very difficult to shake.
Don Sweeney starts on defense with Gary Galley, and he's back. And the Bruins move it out. And Brad Shaw, a bright young star, rookie defenseman who scored a big goal, fires it in.
That was an excellent example. The pass up to Carter, right? And then he's got a Whaler on him, and it's just too hard for him to make a play, so he has to tip it out.
Well, that's the intensity the Whalers are playing with.
The Whalers are just playing tremendous positional hockey.
Right on the man. They're right on Don Sweeney in the corner. Tip it. And the Bruins work it up to Neely, but he has to get control first. Now that Don Sweeney, forced back by Dineen, finally clears it out, but Samuelson breaks it up. Galley trying to keep it. And now Don Sweeney clearing in wide, but the Bruins are changing up at this point. And with a big line out there, Hartford simply contained the play very, very well, guarding a 3-goal lead. Krieger flashes over the line. Around the boards, the Bruins get it. Poulin now starts it out with Burridge. 3-on-3. Francis stays back. This shot here by Poulin is deflected wide. But the Bruins had a bid. Falling down with Beers. Breaking is for Beek. And the pass broken up. Boy, they squandered an opportunity there, and back comes Poulin. Poulin over the line. The drop pass, Wesley moves in. In front, shots! Score! Poulin finally jammed it home as Wesley set him up in front, and that makes it 5-3. Dave Poulin with the score.
Well, if anything's going to happen, it had to be started early. Now you're going to have the Hartford Whalers. This is a drop pass that trails away from Wesley, but Wesley doesn't quit on it. He one-hands it to Poulin, and Dave just takes a second swipe at it. Sidorkiewicz lost it on the rebound, but a great play. Wesley fends off Burt right there, slides it across. Sidorkiewicz makes the original save, and then it just slides home.
That play started in the Boston zone. The Whalers had it look like a 3-on-1, and they squandered it. Francis overskated it.
Yeah, and that's what happens, and that's what's been happening to the Bruins. So let's hope it's contagious and goes to the other side of the street for a while.
It is 5-3 as the Bruins score. Working it over the line. Drop pass off for Galley. The play is called offside. Hartford 5, Boston 3. We'll return in a moment.
Well, the keys to the game are win the one-on-one battles, which is intestinal fortitude. The Hartford Whalers have matched the Bruins stride for stride in that department, if not more so. But where they've really got the breaks is in the scoring the goals. The Bruins aren't doing what got them here. They've got to keep on working at it, and they got to bear down on draws in this period.
Nearing the 2-minute mark of the period. Bruins forcing the play, but back now over the line comes Young. His backhander is wide, and the play is offside. Delayed call there as Scott Young moved in on the left wing side, and the pass was made from the Hartford zone, so the face-off back inside that zone. The goal by Dave Poulin at 1:28 from Wesley.
Well, things can start happening right there. That's offside. So as soon as the Whaler touches it, there's the arm of the linesman goes up. Hartford Whalers, they got a nice comfortable lead here. Pivotal game. You can't get cocky. If they start to think defense and start skating, Bruins have got to seize the opportunity. They've got one. Can they get another one quickly?
Bob Sweeney is on the Boston bench, hasn't played since you commented on that lack of checking, and Gould is basically taking his place. He's out there. Duras, Gould with Carpenter. Babbage gets it out to Corriveau, who scored a big breakaway goal. Pass up, blocked. Duras starting back. Carpenter over the line, quick shot. Saves Sidorkovich, almost lost the rebound, but Samuelson gets it to Hull. And the Whalers break it out. Ferrero off for Corriveau. Corriveau blocked by Wesley. And a whistle
Jody
here.
Hull jammed Andy Moog into the post. Bob Gould taking exception with it.
17:32 left here in the third period. The Hartford Whalers out front 5-3. They have never been headed in this game. Everson scored in the first period, the only goal. Then Shaw, big score, unassisted at 2:04 of the second period. Boston came back. Janney and Carter setting up Christian at 4:35. But then at 7:02, Dineen. At 8:29, a Corriveau breakaway. Then Wesley made it 4-2. Then Francis came back. And that goal unassisted by Francis, 16-15. And then Poulin from Wesley. So it is 5-3. And the face-off now to the right of Andy Moog.
Bruins chip away here. They can get themselves a fluke or a power play goal or something.
The draw. Ladouceur, the shot. The save, Moog. The rebound. Burridge out with Christian. Can't set him up. Francis back first. Fires it right out. No icing, and back for it is Wesley. 2 forecheckers for Hartford. Wesley uses the net, and Verbeek is out in front. Beers around now for Poulin. Poulin is checked. Wesley trying to break. Beers gets it to Wesley. Wesley has a goal and an assist. Now it's up for Burridge. Burridge over the line for Wesley into the corner, stopping, cutting, trying to make the play. Whalers are able to clear it. They realize that's all they have to do with the Bruins coming up with that third goal, but it's 5-3 the Whalers. Bob Beers rushes, penetrates, and is broken up finally before he can get the shot away. Needed to fire that puck at some open moment, but then was checked and lost it. And Jennings trying to work it out, stopped by Poulin. Knocked down as Burridge. Kept in by Poulin, taken over by Burt. Burt clears it in. Andy Moog took over in goal here in the third period. Dineen in the corner. Galley, Tippett, they battle. And finally a whistle by Frazier. And the face-off coming up, and Dave Christian is out there to take it against Dean Everson. Everson and Francis have been face-off winners for most of the night, it would appear, and also in the game the other night. 16-12 left here in the third period. Whalers win it. Shaw, shot blocked, and the Bruins break it out. Galley moving up with Neely. 3 Whalers back. Off when Neely trying to bear in, and he's knocked down on the play by Jennings. A heavy hit by Jennings. Knocks down Neely. He never got the shot off. Shaw back for Tippett. Broken up at the Boston line. Neely coming back. Bangs into Tomlak. Puck bounces around at center ice. And Dineen able to clear it in deep. Around the boards, Carter. Intercepted by Anderson. And Carter just kind of standing there. Boy, I have to be alert to these Whalers. They're right on top of you. There they are. Scott Young playing a vigorous game. And
Just
Bruins are offside at the Hartford line.
the Bruins forwards, the wingers are out too far up high on the boards. What they've got to do is come back into the hash marks, get that puck earlier where they're going to be unmolested. You stand up high just inside the blue line and it's coming around the boards and it comes around slow. You just got too much time. Cam Neely going to the net there. He's driving to the net. What you got to do is you got your head down. You got to hope for the best. But Jennings saw him, lined him up.
And a chance to play golf today. Farmington Country Club, thanks to John Murphy, the pro. Beautiful day.
A great day and a great guy. Nice place. Yesterday with Tucker Anthony, we got out.
Clive Fazioli, Tucker Anthony at Weathersfield, where the PGA has played in the past. And the puck is back to Beers. Trying to move it out with Doris. The Whalers are there to stop the play. Samuelson. Doris winding up now. Bruins digging in, trailing by 2. Doris over the line, goes wide, shoots, saves Sidorkovic. He put that one on. And Sidorkovic trying to clear it out. Beers trying to contain it. Bruins do. Goes in deep, Hogwood. Now Doris knocked down behind the net. And Ferrero able to skate it out. Whalers break it to center ice with Hull a shot that misses high and wide. Bounces around the corner. Carpenter there. A quick clear out to nobody. Whalers drop it back in. Bob Beers seen plenty of action.
What Carpenter was doing there, Fred, is he wanted to make sure it got out, get away from the stick of the forechecking Whaler, and just gave the puck too far ahead of Hogwood.
Icing on the Whalers here. Had a face-off in the Hartford zone. Total shots of 23 Hartford and 22 for Boston. With the score, the Whalers 5, the Bruins 3. We're at the Hartford Civic Center.
No.
It's been one for each team of 24 seconds. Amazing. It is back to Galley. The shot is wide. Burridge trying to battle for it in the corner. The Whalers control. Krieger gets it out. Burridge knocks it back in.
Don Sweeney there hesitating, just didn't want to get in and go in and get caught. Gonna have to take some chances here.
Krieger breaks it out now with Verbeek. Verbeek trying to get it back, intercepted. Verbeek steals from Don Sweeney. Moog knocks it away, a centering pass, and Galley has it. Up the middle, Poulin. Good break here, 3-on-2 to Poulin in the middle. Off on the left for Burridge. The shot for save Sidorkovic. 3-on-2 for Boston then. Poulin trying to come back, knocked down. No penalties are being called. And very unlikely in the third period unless it's flagrant. Sidorkovic makes this clear himself. Winding up is Wesley. There was a good scoring bid. Burridge from Poulin on that one on a 3-and-2 break for Boston. But Hartford not giving up too many. Everson over the line. Shot goes high. Bruins started out. Here's Neely. Now with Janney. Janney over the line. Along the line right in. Score! Bob Beers, the rookie from Craig Janney to make it 5-4.
Now the Hartford Whalers are going to start to second guess themselves. What that was a Janney Neely takeoff. Right here, watch Neely draws all the attention. 1, 2, 3 Whalers. Even Deneen was over there. Bob Beers all alone on the left side. Janney threads the needle once again. Fakes it to Neely. I'm going to dump it to Cam. That's what they all thought. Nobody picks up Bob Beers. Now it's a hockey game.
How about Craig Janney? Spotting the man you should fire it to. And there is Bob Beers, the rookie. His first National Hockey League goal comes in a playoff game.
Stanley Cup. Nice place to get your first goal.
13 minutes left. Will 13 be bad luck for one of these teams? And the Bruins have closed within one. The Whalers with just one shot against Andy Moog in the third period. Now Everson a shot blocked. Kept in by Samuelson. Samuelson shot blocked off the skate of Carter and covered by Moog. One of those dangerous ones again.
The Bruins now cannot lay back and fall off the puck. Somebody's got to rush the puck carrier. You can't leave off Samuelson there. One, you know it's Samuelson. Two, you know it's a defenseman, so you got to force him. Somebody's not back there, and if you can ever pick it off, but they let this happen. Now it's squirting around and swirling around in front of the net. Moog just happens to peek at it late. blatant jump on it.
Hard to believe you'd allow that goal with Dineen kneeling in the crease. And he got up, but by that time Moog had trapped the puck. But that's academic. It didn't go in anyway. And a face-off now to the left of Andy Moog. 12:41 left in the third period. The Bruins battling back with a goal by Beers from Janney. Craig Janney has set up a couple for the Boston Bruins. The goal by Christian, and this one by Bob Beers, the rookie defenseman. Shot by Babbitt, save, hitting the post. Hartford on the rebound. Oh, a break for Boston there. And the Bruins started out. Up the middle, Sweeney over the line for Poulin. He lost it. Don Sweeney keeps it in. He's checked on the play. Poulin battling for it in the Hartford Whalers zone, and Burridge is broken up. And away comes Anderson. Burridge after him. Anderson trying to put it in front. Blocked by Galley. And out comes Burridge with Poulin. 3 Whalers back. Burridge gains the line. A shot. Tried to pass, and it went wide. Poulin wraps it around the boards. Burridge is knocked down. Beers trying to keep it in. Does. To Burridge. Burridge to Poulin. Score! The Boston Bruins tie it with 3 straight goals. Dave Christian.
What a play by Bob Beers to keep it in. The scratching and fighting and one-on-one battles by Poulin, by Burridge. And then they find Dave Christian far over. A one-timer snap home tie ball game.
An incredible comeback.
But
Bob Beers, the big...
Here's Beers working, punches it in. There's Burridge to Poulin, who turns around, knew that Christian was over there. And Dave Christian makes no mistake with a one-timer. Oh, we got a quiet Hartford crowd here now.
The Boston Bruins with 3 straight goals. Dave Poulin from Wesley at 1:28. Bob Beers from Janney and Neely at 7 minutes. Dave Christian is second of the night from Poulin and Burridge at 8:10. I thought Beers would be in there.
No, Beers was 4th man in the puck.
And the game is tied at 5. 11:45 left here. Third period. Whalers come back. Jennings over the line. Broken up. Back comes Duras. Away from Francis. Gets it for Carpenter. Carpenter in deep. Shot stops. Gives it away for Duras. A shot is wide. Wesley jams in deep. Gives it to Duras. Duras for Beers. Beers can't put the puck on net. He cut right in 20 feet away. Back comes Verbeek. Beers after him. Rides him down. Tremendous two-way play by Bob Beers. He has figured in the last 2 goals. Out comes Gould. Dropping it in wide of goaltender Sedurkovic. It is 5-5. 11 minutes left, third period. Ladouceur drills it in. Andy Moog trying to move it out. It is stopped by Everson. Everson to Tippett. Tippett checked along the board. Battling Don Sweeney. And it goes to Dineen for a shot to see by Andy Moog. Back of the point, kept in. Up for Everson. Pass across. Dineen trying to chop it in front. It bounces for Boston. Not out. Fired back in for a save. Dineen with it. Checked on the play. Everson puts it in front. Skated off. Picked up by Ladouceur for a shot that missed the net. The rebound is Carter with Janney and Neely. And hold it. Behind the play, the net dislodged. Heavy action by Hartford there. The score, Boston 5 and Hartford 5. We're at the Hartford Civic Center.
Well, you take a couple of breaks either way. The Boston Bruins hard pressed. They scored 2 goals. Then the Whalers sneak one in here. Right here off the post, bang. Behind Moog, out the other side. And then the Bruins go down the far end of the building and tie the game up. And then they're directed off the arm. Andy Moog, big save. Craig Janney gathers in the rebound. At the breaks, Whalers hit the post. See how big that looms.
Shots are 7 Boston, Hartford 3 in this period. And the Whalers come back over the line. Wesley trying to clear it out, stopped by Tomlak. His shot blocked wide by Bob Beers. Bruins started out. Wesley in the center ice. For Poulin. Poulin over the line. Off for Burridge. He cut the other way and missed it. And Shaw starts back for Hartford. Broken up. Wesley pass stopped by Babbage. And Anderson over the line with Tomlak. The play offside. Tomlak hooked down by Poulin after the play. But Kerry Frazier, quite evidently, well, that was not a penalty, is not going to call anything.
Doesn't seem to be wanting to call anything that is not an offensive thrust on the net.
The Boston Bruins, trailing after 2 periods, have unanswered goals by Dave Poulin, Bob Beers, the rookie defenseman, and Dave Christian. And Greg Janney has set up a couple of goals. Dave Poulin has a goal and an assist in the game. And Mike Milbury going with a limited number. Bob Sweeney and Lyndon Byers have not seen action in the 3rd period. Dave Christian, 2 goals. Jennings drives it in. Boston waiting to make the play. Duras trying to get free.
They got to come back for him and group and turn.
Bruins drive it out in the center ice. Knocked back by Corriveau. He's broken up. And back comes Galley to clear it in. Gould taking the regular shift. Now Carpenter lets it go. Left point, Don Sweeney, high shot, knocked away by Jennings. To Samuelson, and that hand pass is okay. Ferraro trying to move it in. The Bruins check the play. Offside is Corriveau, so he let it go. Now it is called offside. With the score, Boston 5, Hartford 5. We'll return in a moment. Face-off outside the Boston line.
We're getting help up here in the box from Dan Kaufman. On the money tonight. All the goals, assists, times. Not much work on the penalties, though, Dan. Harvard graduate. Top shelf up here.
Carpenter on the face-off with Francis. 5-5 the score. And back to Ladouceur. He's checked by Duras. Bruins getting on that puck. And Beers rushes. Over the line. Closes. Shoots. Saves. Sidorkovich. Beers put that wrist shot right on. And Francis starts it out. Don Sweeney and Beers are on defense. Here comes Krieger. Forced behind the net by Don Sweeney. Up the board. Stop. Shot in. Beautiful. Kick save by Moog on Ladouceur. Bruins check behind the net. Francis with it. Always dangerous there. Stopped by Don Sweeney. A battle for it. Loose. Carpenter trying to clear it. Can't. Shaw wraps it back in. Krieger operating there. Puts it in front. Tip. Wide by Verbeek. Verbeek turns it in front. Shot by Francis. Blocked by Moog. Bruins hemmed in here with the young defense. Puck goes over on the boards. Gould chopping for it. Fighting for it. Can't get it. Poke back for Duras. Duras trying to ice it or clear it out. He cleared it out. Bruins want some relief. Mike Milbury going with Don Sweeney and Bob Beers on defense. A lead now for Neely, too far. He battles, pokes it over the line. Samuelson gets it. But Tippett broken up. Carter went after that one. Puck rolls in wide of Sidorkovich. 7:35 left. 3rd period, 5-5. Janney, Neely, in deep for Carter. Can't center it. Wesley moves in. Checks Dineen. Neely helps out. Pass deflects near Sidorkovich, and he hangs on as Neely was trying to set it up for Janney behind the net.
Good hustle there by Cam Neely. Now this one here, when Bob Beers wrists this in, it hits an arm, bounces by, hits the post. And right here now you got Hartford all over Boston here. Verbeek, nice leg save there by Moog. Bats it wide. But right there, see how the Bruins are falling off? That's when you lose your confidence. You start to second-guess yourself a little bit.
Whalers get it finally on the draw and clear it out. Bruins forced the play, and Galley broke it up with a hard hit on Tippett. Neely now to Janney. Janney trying to stick handle away, can't do it. It is fired back in by Tippett. Wesley, Galley back for it. Galley up the middle, and Janney is hit on the play, can't get the puck. Samuelson puts it over the line. For Dineen, he's checked. 5-5 the score. The Bruins with 3 goals in the third period. Tippett trying to put it in front. Don Sweeney checks it. Carter in the corner. A battle there. Galley there to help him out. Doesn't see the puck. And it's back to Samuelson from Tippett. Fed back in. Tomlak checking the play. Bruins trying to get control. Can't. Now they intercept. Janney breaks out. A threat here. A lead for Carter. And he's checked on the play. Can't get it. Janney, a steal on the play. Janney in the corner. Trying to put it quickly in front. It's blocked. Deflects off a Hartford player to Jennings. Jennings out. Checked by Wesley. Jennings hustles to the backboard. Bruins battle for it there. A battle behind the net. Jennings, the defenseman. Checked by Christian, who has 2 goals tonight for the Bruins. Jennings trying to get a faceoff, and he gets it. With the score, Boston 5, Hartford 5. Back in a moment. Shots are 8, Boston 5, Hartford in the third period. The Bruins with 3 goals to tie it up. The total shots are 27 Hartford, 26 Boston.
Now Dave Christian's going to try to win this on his forehand.
That's back for Samuelson. A shot, a beautiful save by Andy Moe. Clear-cut win again for Francis. Verbeek keeping it in with Francis. The puck bouncing wildly and cleared out by the Bruins' Bob Beers. Not icing. Samuelson back to get it. Boston trying to tie it up, but Corriveau gets it out. Francis to Verbeek. A shot deflected wide. Corriveau for Francis again. Behind the net. A battle for it. Poulin there. Puck near the net. Jammed up by Andy Moog. And a faceoff in the Boston end. And it shows 5:19 left here in the third period. A brilliant comeback by the Boston Bruins in the third period after being down 5-2 and down throughout the game to the Hartford Whalers. They had leads of 4-2, 5-2.
Well, Mike Bilbrey's going with the bodies that got him here. He's going to go with 9 forwards and skating defense, whoever he thinks the hot hand is. The Hartford Whalers, both teams playing a little tentative at this point. Not wanting to give up that next one.
And the faceoff now to the left of Andy Moog. Ron Francis out there with Krieger and Verbeek. And if Milbury is using a limited number of players, so isn't Rick Lee.
You're going with your best. You're going to get some ice time tonight, boys.
On this one, Carpenter wins it for Gary Galley. Francis Verbeek is knocked down. Galley gets it out to Gould. He drops it in. Duras is the other wing. Carpenter is at center. Babbage around for Verbeek. He tips it out. Back for it, Galley. Galley up the board, stopped. And winding up now is Krieger. Babbage. An incredible game with only 2 power plays, and they lasted just 24 seconds for each team. It's kind of almost matching penalties. Krieger trying to set a play. Broken up by Carpenter into the stands, and a face-off call. 4:42 left in the third period. 5-5 the score. An amazing game here at the Civic Center. And the Bruins have stunned, as Derek says, the crowd.
Well, what you've had was the game was in the bag here. You got 5-2 lead going into the third period. Hartford playing very well. They didn't take the Bruins seriously.
Galley is out with Don Sweeney on defense. Milbury's going with 4 defensemen as we see it. Poulin, good play, keeps it. Center over the line with Neely. Neely trying to cut in and can't quite get it as he is covered on the play. They give him coverage. It is back to Don Sweeney. Fakes, moves, shoots, blocks in front. Burridge pokes it to the corner. Hull there. Hull kicks it up for Everson. Everson able to clear it out. Back for it, Galley. Some tired hockey players out there for both teams. Up to Poulin. Can't get it. Now does. Wraps it in. Whalers started out for Anderson. Anderson, a lead for Young. Young, a shot, missed the net. Rick Lee going for a score. Young hasn't played that much in the game. Here's a pass in front. Skated off. And not out. And back comes Tomlak. Young, shot, missed the net. He was wide open, 20 feet in front. Bruins started to move out. Here comes Bob Beers, who has scored a goal. Rookie defenseman drops it in. A break for Boston there with Young, a goal scorer. Clear-cut chance. In front, missed the net. And 3:24 left. Galley over the line now for Carter. Carter checked onto the boards by Babbage. In to get it. It's Janney behind the net from Christian. Janney holding, cutting, shooting. Blocked. Another one. Blocked. Has Janney cut in front. Janney checks the play and the Whalers get it. Boy, Janney almost did it there with a turnaround. Back comes Carter over the line. He's hit. Bruins trying to keep it in. Can't. Young with it. Young to Francis. 3 Bruins are back. Francis going deep. Forced deep. Called down on the play. Had a face-off call by Frazier.
Net dislodged.
The net dislodged, and that was Galley staying with Francis. But it was Janney. Almost a very big goal as he came out from behind the net.
Not without a flurry at the other end of the building prior to Craig Janney. Right here, out front it goes. Now Wesley touched it up to Beers. Beers was not in motion. There's a great play. Andy Moog, I think, had the ice shut off. But behind the net, Janney gets it. Now Tomlak is second guessed by Janney's move. Out front, bodies around. Sudurkowicz shuts off the short side. Todd Krieger. No, Young got to Janney.
5-5 the score, 2:48 left, third period. Face-off in the Boston zone. Carpenter won the last one against Francis. Not this one. It is back. Ladouceur shot, saved by Moog, short side. Moog replaced Lemlin at the start of the third period. Wesley trying to come out, up the boards. Bruins can't clear it out. Jennings keeps it in for Corriveau, who has scored a goal. Right across in front, blocked! Verbeek trying to put it in front. The net dislodged, and boy, they came so close as Corriveau fired to Verbeek right in front.
What a great play by Bob Beers. All he did was take Verbeek back of the net, knocked the net off its moorings. This is close. Oh, so close. Right there, hits a foot and just squirts loose. Beers right there. Verbeek's in front, takes him to the net. Net dislodged. Nothing can happen after that. What a play by Beers. Heads up thinking.
The rookie Bob Beers taking a regular shift on the Boston defense, paired with Wesley. And the other pairing is Galley and Don Sweeney.
What's got to scare Mike Milbury is those face-offs now.
2:29 left, third period. Face-off to the right of Andy Moog. The shots are now 9 Boston, 7 for the Hartford Whalers here in the third period. Hartford led 5-2 at the end of 2. Everson, Deneen, Tippett for the Whalers. Shaw and Jennings. And it's back, left point. Jennings clears it in deep. Deneen trying to put it in front, does. Bruins knock it away. No icing, they say.
Hartford golfed it out.
And Burridge down on Shaw. Shaw getting a screen, able to come out. We got protection from Jennings there. Whalers over the line. Burridge trying to knock it out. Can't. He's checked on the play. Puck is loose. Poulin fighting for it. Poulin works it behind the net. Don Sweeney for Neely. Out to Burridge. A break with Poulin. Poulin may be open. Over the line, Burridge in. And it rolls in, and Sidorkovic, it's in the net! The Bruins score with 1:44 left on a backhander in by Burridge. And the Bruins lead 6-5.
Unbelievable hard work. Burridge goes backhand. I don't know if Dave Poulin tipped it.
An incredible turn. It was a soft
turn of
backhander.
events. Right there, Neely all the way to Burridge. There's Dave Poulin streaking up the middle. Burridge comes blue line, cuts across. Poulin goes to the net. It's sliding. Poulin knows it. Hits his toe of his foot. Poulin's waiting, swipes at it. Davey Poulin, big goal that is. Wow, right there, Randy Burridge, all done by Neely to Burridge, and Poulin driving to the net. Crashed that net. Right there, Poulin's fighting. Sidorkovic loses it. Poulin gulps at it on his knees, and a goal, a head goal by the Bruins.
Is that ever called driving to the net?
That is crashing the net. Go to the net. Anything happens, no matter what speed that puck is going, drive to the net.
Dave Poulin acquired in the trade for Ken Linsman with the Philadelphia Flyers. A ton of experience in playoffs. A hustling, digging player, and he gets that one. It was a soft backhander in by Burridge, but confusion reigned with Poulin heading for the net and foiling Sidorkovic. Carpenter drives it in deep. The Bruins lead for the first time in the game. They're down to 1:37 left. The Whalers, Francis, now Samuelson, broken up at the Boston line.
Somebody's got to get on the puck carrier, force things to happen.
Christian gets it. Carpenter broke up that play. Christian clears it in. 1:19 left. Sidorkovic stays in. The goal, Poulin, Burridge, and Neely assisting. Whalers are over the line. Verbeek puts it in front. Skated off by Bob Carpenter. A breakout. Sidorkovic out of the net. Able to save it, though, as he just got back in. 1:02 left. Bruins battle to keep it in the Whalers zone. Whalers work it free at center ice. Flipped into the Boston end. Back is Wesley. Galley clears it around. Francis able to keep it in. Sidorkovic is out. Bruins trying to get it from the corner. Battle it around. And the Bruins are able to clear it out. No icing. 35 seconds left. Extra skate around for Hartford. 6-5 Boston. Whalers get it over the line. Broken up by Neely. He can't clear it out. It is kept in for Dineen. He's broken up. Battle it around in front. Dineen is shot. Blocked. Carpenter can't clear it out. Kept in now. Up. Blocked. Bruins clear it out. Poke it away. 19 seconds left. Here comes Neely. Can't hit the net. Under 10. 7 seconds left. At center ice.
What a win for the Boston Bruins.
What a victory by Boston. They salute Andy Moog, who did not allow a goal. They scored 4 goals in the third period after trailing 5-2. They tie up the series at 2 games apiece.
Dineen just threw a punch at Byers. This one could get ugly. You want to talk confidence, a fleeting thing. The Hartford Whalers got you on the ropes. They got you down 5-2. You're all but dead. 3-1 in games, and they cough it up to the Bruins, who never quit. They came out, got goals, some hard work. Andy Moog shut the door in the third period.
Look at Mike Milbury. Oh, what a jubilant young man as he salutes Galley or
and deserving
any Bruin at all. Craig Janney.
Milbury got his team together, come up with
Wesley, a great game for
Glenn Wesley got it started. Bob Beers got himself a goal. Dave Christian, a beauty. A tremendous hustle by Dave Poulin. A tremendous effort. What a comeback.
And the final score, Boston 6 and Hartford 5.
We have just witnessed one of the Bruins hockey games that people are going to be talking about for years to come. An incredible third period comeback, and you're right. The series now seems to have swung back the Bruins' way. Coming back to the Garden, it's now even at 2-2. Start of the third period, Andy Mogan goal replacing Reggie Lemmel, and the Bruins got what they just had to have for any comeback hopes. An early score, Dave Poulin. That got the lead to just 2. Now Bob Beers picks a heck of a time for his first ever NHL goal. This one brings the Bruins within 1, and now what seemed highly improbable at the intermission was at least possible. All of a sudden, the Big Mo had swung to the Bruins.
Burridge to Poulin. Score! The Boston Bruins tie it with 3 straight goals, Dave Christian.
Amazingly, almost unbelievably, the game is tied at 5, but that's not quite enough. They need another one.
Out to Burridge. A break with Poulin. Poulin may be open. Over the line, Burridge in. And it rolls in, and Sidorkovich, it's in the net! The Bruins score with 1:44 left on a backhammer in by Burridge.
And mark this one down somewhere in Bruins playoff history, because the Bees have just won one of their most remarkable of victories. Not just the 4-goal comeback in the third, but doing it without their leader, Ray Bourque. So it's back to the Garden, even with the Whalers now, 2 games each. Friday night, final score in this one, 6-5, Boston. NESN's next live telecast will be that game from Boston Garden on Friday night. 7:30 is the start time. I'll be along with Bruins Digest at 7 on NESN, your New England sports network.
This is NESN, your ticket to New England sports.